What's up, guys, and welcome back to my book review. So, I gotta apologize, it's been quite a while since I decided to grace you with my presence, I guess. I think the last video I posted was like a month ago on I Must Betray You or something. But just because I haven't been posting doesn't mean I haven't been reading, and I definitely have been reading. And today, as you can probably tell by the title, I am coming at you with a Shadow and Bone book review. So, let's get right into it. So, I actually have been wanting to read this book ever since I read Six of Crows. And after I finished this book, I wasn't that disappointed. I feel like Leigh Bardugo's writing got way better since Shadow and Bone, after she finished the Grisha trilogy and she moved on to the Shadow and Bone duology. I definitely think like her writing style and just like her whole flow got better. I mean, like the writing style, like she still kept some stuff, but it definitely improved. Cause this book, it just had like a feeling about it. Like I don't really know how to explain it until you've read her books, but it definitely like you can definitely like feel something's different here. But the book starts off with this girl. Her name is Elena Starkov. I'm just gonna say Elena Starkov. And she's had a crush on her childhood best friend forever, I guess. Yeah, she basically had a crush on him forever, and he's like, you know, that person that everyone talks about, like all the girls want, I guess. And everyone always like talks about him, and he hangs out with a whole bunch of girls and stuff. And they're living in this place like near the Grisha. He's actually her best friend. His name is Mal. I forgot how to say his full name, but his nickname is Mal. His short name is Mal. And he works in the army, I think. He's like in the army as a tracker. He's one of like the best trackers. And Elena, story cut short, Elena finds out she's a Grisha. And Grisha are basically these people who can like summon magic, like different forms of magic, not just magic, but like different forms of magic. And she's actually not just a Grisha, but she's a special Grisha. She is a sun summoner. So I mean, she can like summon lights anywhere she goes, basically. And there's also this other dude. He's basically like a really important. He has like the second most power in Ravka under the king, except for the king. He's like the most powerful man in Ravka after the king. So, but he's like basically like the leader of all of the Grisha, and his name is like the Darkling. And her and the Darkling meets and stuff, and they're basically like opposites. They're like drawn to each other, kind of. Well, she's drawn to him because like he's an amplifier, and he can bring out her powers because he's a human amplifier. He can bring out her powers that she didn't really know she has. And so she's taken away from her home and her family and everything, and goes to the Darkling's palace, basically. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. It's been a while since I read the book, but she goes to the Darkling's palace, and they grow like close, I guess, and they become like friends, a little more than friends, like yeah, basically friends. And she actually meets this woman who, well, she's not really like a woman, but whatever, she's like a witch basically, and that becomes her mentor. And she teaches her how to like use her powers and how to like summon her powers without being near the Darkling. And she helps her a lot. And then she finds out that her mentor is actually the Darkling's mother. And after she finds out that the mentor is actually her Darkling's mother, she actually finds this out in like the middle of the book. And the reason why she finds this out is because you know how I said like the Darkling and her grown close? Well, and how she can only use her power when she's near the Darkling because he's a human amplifier. Well, to help with that, the Darkling said that he was gonna give her a herd, like a unicorn herd, a special unicorn herd's her horns, or I guess antlers or something, and she can use that as like a collar around her neck, so like she can like, so it can be her amplifier, so she can use it wherever she goes. She can be one of those powerful people, one of the most powerful Grisha ever, if she has that amplifier like always around her neck, like permanently with her. And he also says that using this amplifier will make her power strong enough to destroy something called the Fold. And the Fold is basically like a place of darkness. So, and you know, she's a sun summoner, she can bring light wherever she goes. So she has this amplifier. amplifies her powers, and she can use her lights to defeat all the darkness in the fold, and she can destroy these little creatures inside the fold that are called Volcra. And so when she meets this her mentor actually finds out to be the Darkling's mother. What? Her mentor actually turns out to be her Darkling's mother. She also finds out that the Darkling didn't want to use her to destroy the fold, but he actually wanted to use her to expand the fold and make it become more stronger. And so after finding this out, she runs away from the Darkling and the palace and everything, so she can like stay away, and so she won't become like basically his slave. Because if she has the amplifier, that's gonna be under his control, and he'll be basically able to control her and control her powers. And then he'll be able to use her to expand the fold, and he can make it into his own kingdom. And she'll also find out that the creatures inside the fold called the Volcra, those creatures are actually, he was actually caused by him. They're just like little farmers or regular people and stuff like that were turned into creatures, like evil creatures in the fold. So like really dark stuff, Darklings, an evil dude, blah blah blah, huge plot twist. But it wasn't really actually like a plot twist. Like when I found that out, I was like kind of disappointed, because like I started to like the Darkling, but then I was like, I mean his name is the Darkling. So it was pretty obvious that the dude named the Darkling was gonna become the antagonist. Maybe it was just me, but I think it was pretty obvious. Like, I mean, why would the dude named the Darkling be the protagonist or be the sidekick to the protagonist and stuff? So it didn't really make any sense, but she was like really sad about it. And when she runs away, she also meets Mal again, because you know she was taken away from Mal when they became when she found out she was a Grisha. But while she was staying in the Darkling's palace, Mal comes to meet her, and they have this like huge fight and stuff over like her closeness to the Darkling and blah 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 blah. Like they make up, kind of, like they say they like love each other. I don't even know what happens. They're like they care for each other or something like that. And then the Darkling catches them. He catches them, and he also finds the horns that they were trying to get to, you know, make her a slave and stuff, and put it around her collar like the amplifier. He finds that, he kills the unicorn to get its antlers. I don't even know, antlers, horns, whatever. He kills the unicorn to get the antlers, and then he puts it around her neck and gives her a collar. So yeah, she's like basically under his control now. And then they go on this little ship to the fold, and the Darkling says that he's gonna hand Mal over to be killed by the Volcra. Like basically to be killed by the Volcra, she won't be able to do anything because her power is gonna be under his control. But then when they're on the ship on the fold, and while like he threw Mal off to be eaten by the Volcra, she ends up saving Mal. She breaks out of the Darkling's power, and she saves him from the Volcra, like because like the Volcra really don't like lights. Like that's the only thing they hate. They hate light. So she creates a ball of light around him, and they run away. And that's basically where the book ends. Like they run away from the Darkling, and then the Darkling keeps on talking about, I'm gonna chase you, you can't get away, Alina, blah 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 blah, all that stuff. But yeah, that's basically the book. It was pretty interesting. I have the second book right now, but I haven't really read it yet, because right now I'm reading a book called Castles of Their Crowns or something like that. I don't know, but it's really interesting. I might come to you guys with a book review soon whenever I finish that book. And after that I might do Siege and Storm. But that was the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so you never miss a video when I upload. And hopefully I'll see you guys next week. Bora, hey!